The Chapman Group presents Best Practices for Developing Your SAM Program to be Best in Class.
When you tune up your program, you should be thinking about 5 key areas. The first area is segmentation. Do I have the right accounts? The second area is people. Do I have the right team? The third is process. Do I have a set way to engage with the clients? The fourth area is knowledge. Do I have the ultimate amount of knowledge so I can effectively serve my top accounts? And the fifth and final area is measurements and metrics. Am I measuring the performance that I expect? As we continue to evaluate how we want to and need to tune up our strategic account management program, there is a critical area that probably will serve us all to consider, and that is knowledge. When we think about knowledge, I'd like to have us think about 4 critical areas that we want to tune up. One is the voice of the customer feedback we have. Another is our internal team feedback. Another is strategic account plans. And finally, joint and balanced scorecards. Let's talk about the voice of the customer feedback and how critical that is. One of the most important pieces of information that I see missing in quite a few organizations, which is probably one of the most critical pieces of knowledge that a company needs to make either account level or strategic level decisions, is information from their customer, direct feedback from their customer. Do we have the right facts and insights from our customers to know 2 critical pieces of information? One is, are our customers satisfied customers or long-term, loyal, committed partners? Take a hard look at what knowledge we have around voice of the customer feedback. The second area of knowledge we spoke to is this whole internal team feedback. Do I have data points from my internal team throughout my organization, probably all of my customer-facing resources as well as my management team, that tells me that my team's engaged around being extraordinary and excellent? And secondly, do I have any data points that I could sort of cross-check the viewpoints of my internal team on the customer relationships we have versus what customer feedback we've received, and sort of said, are we aligned in what we perceive and what our customers are actually saying? The third critical point of knowledge is, do I really have account plans? Sometimes called strategic account plans. And are they documented, especially around my top customers, my top accounts? Have I taken all these facts, insights, information, and put it in a simple format that I can review, inspect, and even talk about as a team on an ongoing basis? This is a great opportunity to capture vital information and knowledge that can lead you to a very successful year. And finally, an emerging best practice is in the area of joint and balanced scorecards. How do I take this knowledge that I'm getting back to my customer, engage with them, and have some form of a measurement and metric of the customer, of their supplier, as well as the supplier of the customer, to give us vital insights and knowledge, which we would call a joint and balanced scorecard. That collaborative exercise between a strategic supplier and a strategic customer is vital in today's competitive business world. So in summary, we need to think about knowledge as being a very critical factor in the global economy. I often get the question of what are the keys to being successful in a highly global competitive marketplace? And I think it's 2 things. One is certainly working smarter, and the other is working harder. And in our conversation today around smarter, it's this whole topic of having the ultimate amount of knowledge, both from your customer and your team, to lead you to have an extraordinary, successful year.
Get more information on our website at chapmanhq.com. Also, subscribe to our video series at themetricschannel.com